Welcome to Melted Skull Yoga. I'm super stoked on our practice today. We'll be doing yoga for melon grabs, and if you're not a boarder, that's totally cool too. We'll be working on some very foundational and classical yoga poses. So go ahead and find a seat upon your mat. Today I'm in Virasana or Hero's Pose, upon the knees and the tops of the feet. As you can see, I've got these blocks here to support my sit bones. The reason we sit on blocks is to accommodate the comfort of the knees and decrease compression. You may prefer to be cross-legged, on your seat, or seated with your legs extended, and that's totally fine as well. Just do what's most comfortable for you. We'll inhale, arms reach out wide and high, the palms will touch, and as we exhale, we'll bring those hands to heart center. We're just taking a few moments here to let any distractions from our day just fall away. Find our presence, tap into that internal peace that's always available. As you inhale, feel your chest expand towards your thumbs. Then also breathe deeply into your belly to nourish your organs with fresh oxygen. Bow your head towards your hands. Inhale, arms reach up, palms come down through heart center. We'll make our way into a tabletop position on our hands and knees. You want to spread all 10 fingers nice and wide and really ground into the spot between the thumb and the index finger. We'll extend the left leg back and then sweep it through between the hands, coming first into Anjaneyasana or low lunge. Always feel free to cushion that back knee if needed. And if you have props, grab those and frame your front foot. Look at your back leg. You want that to be parallel to the edge of your mat, and you can either have your toes tucked or be on the top of your foot. Bring your hands up to your thigh, and we'll just work back and forth a little bit, getting into the front of that right hip, the right quad, also working into that left hip. And we'll settle in. Inhale, arms reach up. Gaze and heart lift, but we keep the shoulders soft down away from the ears. Pinkies are angled slightly in. Really ground through both feet evenly. We'll bring the hands down to our blocks. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. You want to shorten up your stance a little bit and also make sure that the feet are in two separate lanes. Left knee directly over the left ankle, left hip draws back. Come on up with your torso. Hips are square. Pull the right hip forward. Reach the right heel back. That back knee is straight. Inhale, arms lift. Again, we'll angle the pinkies in slightly, elbows in towards the head, shoulders soften down away from the ears. Lift from your sternum, and lift your gaze gently. Reach through your back heel, push into your front foot. Middle ribs draw down, core is engaged. We'll bring our hands down. It is very helpful if you have your blocks here. And we'll heel toe that left foot over about a step or so. Wiggle the right foot back. We're coming into our lizard lunge here. You can always stay right here. This can get very intense, so just listen to your body and take it step by step. Try not to force anything. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward, really reach through the right heel. You can squeeze that left knee in against the left arm. Think of a long line of energy from your right heel to the crown of your head. And breathe. Lower those blocks if you're using them. And then if you want to take this a little farther, you can tuck that left shoulder beneath the left hamstring, kind of behind the knee or the calf. You might even lace that left hand to the outside edge of the left foot. Bend the elbows. Try to pull the left hip back. You might take a half bind or you might take a full bind, meeting the hands at the lower back. No pressure there. That's kind of the ultimate difficulty. Breathe. And then slowly walk that left hand back to the inside of the left foot. And then coming in front of that leg, back to your high lunge. We'll shorten up this stance. We want to be able to plant that right foot firmly for our Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose, or intense hamstring stretch. Both hips face forward. Soften that front knee and the back knee just so it's not locked. Back toes are turned out about 30 to 45 degrees. Hands from the hips, we hinge forward, reaching the heart out just beyond the top edge of our mat. Try to keep your spine in line. Nice long line of energy there. Just envisioning the head as a continuation of the spine. Belly button draws in and up back towards your spine. Soften that left knee a little bit. Always shorten your stance if you need to, if that back heel starts to lift. If you want to intensify, you can round your spine as you bow your forehead towards your knee or nose towards the knee. Inhale, lift. We'll open up into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So the right foot comes parallel to the back edge of the mat. Left toes point forward. Again, soften knees, never locked. Reach the arms out into a T, roll the shoulders down. Lean forward with your left arm, right hip shoots back. Once you can't lean any farther, you just allow that left hand to come down, either to a block or simply to the inside of the left leg. Right arm lifts. Lift your torso a little bit so you're not collapsing into the left side body. Really create space. And again, the head is just a continuation of the spine. Depending on the comfort of your neck, your gaze might be down or it may be lifted. Feel free to play with that. Really ground into the pinky toe edge, the ball and the heel of your right foot, and all four corners of your left foot. Working that right side of the core. We'll come on up. We're working our way towards Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. You want to angle the toes in slightly and then exhale as you fold forward. No worries if your arms aren't quite coming down to the floor yet. You can always use blocks to bring the floor a little closer to you. Exhale to fold. Walk the arms out for a variation of wide-legged downward facing dog. Soften those knees. Maybe you walk the hands back behind you. Using those as leverage as you pull your torso back. Come to a flat back here. We'll plant the left hand, inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, we're going to lace that right hand through and catch the left leg. So you might catch the thigh, the calf, or the ankle, just depending on your flexibility, and then we'll walk that left arm out. Lift your gaze up under your right armpit. And just gently pulling on the left leg here. Plant the left hand, inhale, right arm lifts again. Exhale to release. We're just going to switch sides, right hand plants, left arm lifts. Exhale, we'll lace that left arm under the right, reaching for the right leg, anywhere that's comfortable. Walk the right arm forward. And then pulling that gaze up under the right arm. Breathing deeply into the inner thighs, the hamstrings at the back of the thighs, maybe the glutes, the edges of the calves. Go ahead and release. Inhale one more time, left arm lifts. Exhale to fold. Walk those blocks towards that left foot and step up to the top of your mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. And we'll just switch sides. So let's step that left foot back. We'll lower the knee down for Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Right toes pointing forward. You can be on the top of your left foot or have those left toes tucked. And feel free to cushion that back knee if you need to. Hands on the thighs. We're just working into that right hip this time. Noticing any differences now between the left and right sides. Inhale, arms lift. Pinkies in, elbows in. Lift from your sternum, lift your gaze. Try not to let your head just fall back. Stay supported. Continue to breathe here. We'll exhale, bring the hands to the blocks. We'll tuck those back toes, lift the back knee, preparing for our high crescent lunge. So the back heel is lifted, the right knee is directly over the right ankle. We pull the right hip back. Walk your hands up again to your thigh. Settle in, the back leg is straight, hips are square. Feet in separate lanes. Inhale, arms lift, pinkies in, elbows in. Really focus on that 90-degree bend in the front knee. Reaching powerfully through the left heel. Exhale, hands come on down. From here, transitioning to our lizard lunge, bringing the hands to the inside of that right foot this time, squeezing the right knee against the right tricep or elbow, pulling that left hip forward. Draw the shoulders back, chest is proud, not collapsing into those shoulders. And maybe lowering your hands or lowering your blocks. Incrementally deepening into our lizard lunge. And then from here, you can bend the elbows, maybe drop that right shoulder beneath the right thigh. Walk that right hand to the outside edge of the right foot. Pull the right hip back, and then maybe taking a half or a full bind here. You can always use a strap to connect your hands too. No pressure there. Breathe. Right hip pulls back, and we'll bring the right hand again in front of that right foot to the right side. Step up as we prepare for our Parsvottanasana pyramid pose. Legs are straight but never locked. Come on up with your torso, hands on the hips, knees are soft. Inhale, arms lift, and exhale, hinging from the waist, reaching the heart out towards the top edge of your mat, pulling the right hip back, left hip forward. Core is engaged to support your spine. Back toes are angled out 30 to 45 degrees, and we're really pushing into the pinky toe edge, the ball, and the heel of that left foot. Grounding firmly into the right foot as well, but trying to equalize the effort through both legs. You can keep your spine flat, or you can round and bow your head towards that right knee. Really make sure that back foot is grounded and not locked. From here, working towards Trikonasana, triangle pose. Left toes turn out 90 degrees. Left foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Right toes point forward. Slight tuck in the tailbone. Reach the arms out into a T. Soften the shoulders. Hinge forward, leaning with the right arm out. Shoot the left hip back. And then we'll lift the left arm. Right hand comes to the inside of that right leg. Lift your torso up so you're not collapsing in the right side body. Create space, and always feel free to support that bottom arm. The head is an extension of the spine. Gaze can be up or down. That's your next preference. Breathe. Come on up. We're walking back into our Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Soften those knees and just bow your torso. If you're more flexible, you may want to shorten your stance. It's kind of counterintuitive, but you want to bring the feet closer together so that you can deepen. If you're seeking more flexibility and you're feeling kind of tight, you can widen the distance between the feet. Toes in, heels out, knees are soft, surrendering. Hands come to the hips. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms reach up. And exhale to release. Heel toe those feet together. Come to standing. Inhale, arms lift. And exhale, hands come down through heart center. Do that twice more. Exhale, drawing all of that wonderful energy through the body. And finding stillness with the hands at the heart. Soften those knees a little bit. Tadasana, mountain pose. Offering yourself a moment of gratitude for showing up to your mat today. Creating space and light. Thank you for joining me from my heart to yours. Namaste.